Hey, what is up guys? Tucker here from prelaunchprofit.com, and thank you for actually landing on this video, for taking the time out of your busy schedule and day to actually learn more about the topic that we're going to talk about. Now, what we're going to talk about actually is how to basically start a networking company or business. Now, I'm sure you're here for, one of those reasons at least. You probably found one of my other videos that led you actually to here. So just as promised, I'm actually going to give you my personal recommendations, 3 do's, 3 don'ts, and then my recommendation on what to do and actually how to get started right after this. So, like I said, we're first going to cover the 3 do's, things that I personally recommend that you do. My 3 don'ts, things that I have actually done that I recommend that you don't do. And then I'm going to give you my number 1 recommendation on how to start right after this video. So, just go ahead and watch. It's going to be about 5, maybe 10 minutes. I haven't really planned that out so far, but I want to make sure that actually you guys get as much value and as much direction and focus as you can, and vision even, for your next step on how to create a networking business. So we're going to dive right into it first. Now I've got this screen here. I'm just going to show you and go into that here in a sec. But first, how to start a networking company. I'm going to start with the 3 do's. But personally, just from experience, you don't want to start a networking company from scratch. My personal recommendation is first, get a mentor. So when I first started online, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to even start, and I was so confused and so lost. Not only that, though, I was frustrated on how actually to start. I didn't know what resources to use. I didn't know what pages to use. I didn't know what systems to use. I didn't know who was following what, who to watch. It was so confusing. That's literally what was going in my mind. What I barely just tried to say. That's how it was when I first started out online. And it actually took me a long time, almost 3 or 4 years, to actually make my first dollar online. When it came to actually a networking company, I actually had a lot of different experiences. My first one was actually with doTERRA, just the oils and essentials, the oils essentials company, selling oils for health and nutrition. But first of all, I didn't have the desire, I didn't have the passion to actually learn and sell about oils. I signed up like 1 person, and that was cool, but my heart wasn't in it, so then it just drifted off. My next one was actually the life leadership business, which I didn't like from the start, just because it seemed all hype and it seemed like people were just trying to be someone who they weren't, and they were just trying to sign people up left and right. The guy that was helping me, though, he actually helped me quite a bit, but the more I did this, I just was not a fan of the whole network marketing industry, because first you would have someone that would actually sign you up. You would get signed up, and then they would ask questions like, okay, do you understand what to do? But there wasn't any coaching. There wasn't any, you would pay, you would sign up hoping to make extra money, right? Create your own side business, hopefully turn it into your real business, and maybe go big or go home, right? But the people that I signed up for, they basically said, okay, let us know if you have any questions. But I didn't know what questions to even ask. I didn't know what questions to even start with, what questions that I had. I didn't know what to even ask to even start with a question. So I hope that makes sense. So you need proper mentorship. You need proper training. So that is why I actually say get a mentor. I'm going to go into this in a little bit more on the next one. The next one that I want to talk about is find a team. Now, hopefully your mentor actually has results. He has results, he has a team, and he has some kind of coaching ability, so that you can start from basically ground zero and work your way up by his simplified training. His or her, it doesn't matter who it is, but make sure that this mentor actually has some kind of team, because teamwork is in the dream work, and you can actually do so many more things as a collective, as a group, versus being an individual by yourself. Think of think of sports, think of football, think of anything that is team-based. It's all about the team and getting massive results for the team. And then think about everything that everyone else, every individual learns because of that team aspect. Once that team aspect is then set in place, then you can actually branch off to yourself, hopefully be that mentor or whoever, and actually start then doing your own thing by yourself because you've had that proper training on how to do things first. So that's my second do. That's my second do on how to start a networking company. My last one is use systems. Now, when it came to, I started doing things offline, but I knew that there was a better way to actually make money. And I actually found people who were making quite a decent amount of money, 6 figures, not per year, but 6 figures per month online. And I knew that's what I wanted as soon as I found out about it. So I went from offline, all these like doTERRA and all these things, to actually online and started finding more networking companies that were more online. So I'm going to show you here my ultimate recommendation in just a little bit, but that's what I knew I wanted to do. So find systems that can actually help you free up your time so that you can have more free time to do things that you love to do. Now, I don't know exactly who's watching or what you're actually doing on the other end of this screen. You know, you may be into health and wealth, you may be, or health and fitness, you may be into, making more money online, you may be into relationships and actually helping people establish better futures with their spouses, with their dates, with whoever. But when it comes to this topic, use systems. Systems can actually free up your time and actually help you make more money in the long run, like I do with Instagram. So that's just my personal recommendation for those. My 3 don'ts. This is going to be fun. My 3 don'ts. Don't. Now, there's probably a lot of reasons why you're here, but I'm just going to start with this. Don't start one. Now, it's like, okay, Tuck, what are you talking about? But you may be actually trying to start your own network marketing company from scratch, meaning you probably are here on this video because you're trying to learn how to do one. But I personally recommend actually not starting one at all until you actually have results in a networking company first, so that you can see, so that you can observe, so that you can watch everything that everyone else is doing. So if you're actually here as a newbie trying to start a networking business, basically, don't do it. You need to get the experience before you can start getting paid the big bucks, if that makes sense. If you're all ready to go gung-ho and you can actually start one and you have that drive, then go for it. But personally, my recommendation is just to plug yourself into a proven system that works, that has a great team, great results, great mentorship that's been there already, and then adapt to that, find out what works for you, and then later on, after a year or so, maybe 2 years, 20 even, start your own networking business or company. So that's my first don't. Don't start one. My next one is don't go or buy from someone you don't know. So again, this comes back to the mentorship. This comes back to actually knowing who the person is and actually following people who are leaders in the industry who actually know and do what they preach. You can find someone and you may like a product, but they may not know what exactly they're doing. They're just trying to make a quick buck. They're just trying to make that extra dollar, but they actually don't know how to actually do and use the systems or build the team or mentor people. They're just trying to make that extra buck. So I hope that makes sense, because you need to be aware of who is coming to you, trying to pitch you all these ideas, to make sure that not only you're covered, but everything is about your team. Especially when it comes to network marketing, everything is about your team from there. You sign up one person, you're basically obligated to make sure that person succeeds no matter what. You can't just sit there and ask, hey, let me know if you have any questions while I collect commissions off you. No, it doesn't work that way. So that's one of my don'ts. I'll fix this right here. And my last one is don't sign up Do your research. Cool. So don't sign up with the first business that you find. And I can't, oh my gosh, I can't describe how important this is with words. Do not find the first business that you find and then just sign up right away, because that's exactly what I did. I was like, oh, cool, doTERRA. I can make tons of money selling oils to people. But I wasn't actually into health. I wasn't into wellness. I wasn't into oils that smelled like something, ginger or whatever. But I just knew that wasn't where my passion was, so it died off quickly. So I need you guys to actually make sure that you're doing your research and doing the due diligence and actually finding either a team or a mentor or a business with proven track records and proven results to actually find that perfect business model for you. So when it comes to, let me get this down, my ultimate recommendation, this is what I suggest. Actually, I'm going to do this real quick. Follow your gut. Follow your gut. Move this down here real quick. Follow your gut. There. Follow your gut. Follow your passions, and then start with a team. Cool. So personally, I would recommend this: follow your gut, follow your passions, and then then start with a team with the right mentor. So this is what I suggest. Follow your gut. Like, I just got to say, you have to follow you. You have to be true to you and what your mission is, what your message is, whatever you want to accomplish in this life. If you're really passionate about health, go for health. If you're really passionate about music, go for music. If you're really passionate about making money online, then learn how to make money online and then teach it. Don't just go out there and say, hey, check this out. Actually learn how to use the proper systems, put them in place, and then do that for sure. Follow your passions. Again, if you're not into underwater basket weaving, don't go into it. If you're not into health, don't go into it. If you're not into trucks, don't go into trucks. Actually find something that you're passionate about, that will wake you up every single morning just fired up on life. Like, how cool would that be to actually wake up without an alarm, to actually have that lifestyle and freedom to do what you want, but also make more money on the side to where you can quit your job or whatever, quit your 9-to-5. So do that, and then start with the right team and the right mentor. So just going off this, I'm going to show you guys just a little bit about my results on my personal recommended system. So I'm going to take you to Digital Altitude. This is my back end. I'm going to take you to my business. I'm going to show you my earnings. So this is these are my earnings. This is the best I've ever done so far online. And it wasn't because of, it was because of the following reasons that I just gave you. I had the right mentor. I actually knew about him for an entire year before I actually signed up. I knew him. He has a great team and a great establishment, and also he knows how to teach people from newbies even, to actually boost their way up. And then also too, when it comes to actually mentorship, make sure you find someone that is just a little ahead of where you are. You don't want someone that's clear up here that actually has forgotten how to teach or what it feels like to actually be new, because that's really important. You have to have someone that is almost just ahead of you so that you can know that you're in the right hands, but also they just barely went through exactly what you did maybe a month or two or even a year ago, so that they know how it feels to actually be new, so they can guide you properly. So just my suggestion. But anyway, you can see here it's called Digital Altitude. You've got today, no earnings, which is cool, but yesterday, $55. The last 7 days, 120. Fast forward to all time in the last 365 days. I've made $1,200 plus some, and I'm actually going to get rebilled here about $600. Not me, but one of my team members. So that is going to equal about $120 in commissions, maybe 150 on the 9th. So anyway, really cool stuff, but I'm going to leave just a little video. And if you're interested, I have a link right below this video. So click on it. And if you're interested, I can teach you a lot more about this system. So anyway, click on the link below, fill out the form on the next page, purchase for $1, and then I will see you guys in my members area. And honestly, like, I really just appreciate that you guys are actually here watching this video. It means a lot to me, and I really do hope that I can actually help you guys achieve what you guys want to do and actually fulfill your missions, share your messages that you actually have for people, and above all else, just to be the person that you want to become. So, Tucker signing off. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to working with you right after this.